Hey there, I'm Katsumi, and this is a collective reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So, right now, I'm kind of feeling some sort of like very firm, solid energy coming through, okay? Kind of feels like a closed door that was meant to stay shut, all right? And right now, the word coming through is protected. Ooh, you know? And you've been shielded, is what I'm hearing, from a low level dynamic because your energy has solidified into a frequency of pure power. I also heard abundance, okay? So start off, okay? I'm hearing like something keeps popping up in my head, some sort of song, white roses, you know what I mean? It might be something to do with like some of the new music that's coming out, but it's like something about some sort of innocence, some sort of new beginning is happening, okay? I'm just kind of hearing that kind of like charmy, flowy kind of vibe going on, something about balance, something about invention, destruction, it's kind of like someone's offering you a white rose. I'm hearing white roses, do 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 do, white roses. And so it's kind of like that kind of vibe. It's like, ooh, like something's being offered to you, and you're like gracefully like bouncing off instead of I'm hearing you're bouncing off from the battlefield, So it's like, ooh, it's something's like really alchemizing itself, okay? Because you're in this mood of the alchemist. You're balanced, you're inventing, you're destroying things, you're breaking things down, you're unblocking things. It's like you're shape shifting through certain elements. It's like you're camouflaging and coming out of the scene. Okay, if you were cloaked, it's like, ooh, all these blockages, all these removals of vampiric energy from your life. It's just being stripped away from you. You're just like pushing it out from the I'm hearing from the frequencies from your aura. You're like your shield is like becoming so like dynamic and powerful. It's like you're on this higher level of energy, a higher level of frequency. I'm hearing something about a hemisphere, okay? The aura is just magnificent, is what I'm hearing, okay? You're standing strong in this like Four of Wands energy, okay? You're like harmonizing, okay? You're stabilizing. All right, you're creating this foundation around you that is passionate, that it's creative, okay? It's something about your willpower, okay? Something in you shifted when people started to try to impede on your success, try to impede on your self mastery, okay? It's like they can no longer do so in the frequencies, okay? Like people were trying to drain your social battery, people were trying to destroy you, kind of create concoctions in the sort of social sphere, trying to make you antisocial, shut you down, But even if it left you drained for a period of time, this is what sparked in you something in these connections had you or already is getting you to reach some sort of self mastery, okay, where you are no longer in these energies that were consuming you, okay? Like people who had intentions or bad intentions towards you are like now honoring your space, now honoring your frequencies because you're on a higher level. I heard higher pedestal, okay? And as you're walking into this, your environment is like shape shifting with you, okay? Is what I'm hearing. It's like the star, okay, is like elevating your environment, okay? It's healing the environment, it's inspiring it, okay? It's creating miracles that you didn't think were possible within your reality, is what I'm hearing, okay? It's like something about your ability to be, like I'm hearing, have faith in the frequencies is really aiding you at this time. It's a beautiful sight to see, But it's like, these people were draining for a long time and it's coming to a close underneath the currents, okay? With that energy of protection, that word of protection coming through, you're being protected so much so that it's like, ooh, your enemies are like, I thought we kicked them down while it was like when they were down and out. I thought they weren't gonna come back up, but guess what? You're bigger, brighter, and better than ever is what I'm hearing, okay? These toxic familiar patterns is what I'm hearing, okay? These attachments, these comforts and pain is being removed, okay? I'm hearing it's like, it's like people drinking out of the fire hose. They just can't stop drinking out of the fire hose and they keep doing it and they're inviting other people into the entourage is what I'm hearing, okay? And like, this is usually kind of like the onboarding situation. Like you start a new job or something and everyone's like, hey, you're just in time to drink out of this fire hose with us. You're like, I'm not doing that. You're like, nah, So you're no longer allowing that energy in your life, okay? You're not allowing yourself to be consumed by those who have like intentions of like putting that on you, okay? And while they were kind of like assuming that you would like join in on the fun, continue to be kind of like in that vibe, open resource, you know what I'm saying? Of for their like emotional needs, for their like weird tendencies and actions, you're actually solidifying this barrier around you. Okay, that's making almost like your light untouchable is what I'm hearing. Not only to them, but to like all these weird frequencies that are like waking up to you. You know what I mean? Like, cause it's like I'm feeling like the frequencies around you are feeling like almost threatened because it's just like, oh snap, you're living in love and light. Hold on, we need to take a little bit of that. You know, we need to pause here, we need to pause there, we need to try to block you. But you're like, nah, I'm gonna keep it pushing. You know what I mean? So you stopped caring. They're wondering why you stopped caring, okay? Because you started blocking things off. You're like, access denied. They try to put the key card to the to the entryway. They're like, nope, access denied. They're like, mm-mm. They're just like blaming it on somebody, blaming it on you, blaming it on illusions. They're wondering what is going on. Is something broken? They're like, no, you just moved on. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm hearing you're turning a leaf. Okay, something within the year, something woke up within you. Okay, when access denied happened, when they passed that key card through, something powerful happened in the energy. Okay, and it made a huge. I'm hearing rippling effect. Something about people getting emotional pain. I heard someone getting a heart attack because it's like they thought that they couldn't I'm hearing that they it feels like they thought they could break your boundary is what I'm hearing, but it's too late. I'm sorry, it's too late. They came at the wrong time, okay? Because you're working on yourself. You're manifesting things really big into your life, okay? They're overthinking. You're having nightmares about your enthusiasm towards new paths that you're creating, the intensity that you have, the drive that you have, the passion, the pursuit. It's like you are full on confident out here. Yep, Knight of Pentacles. It might have started off real slow, okay? But it's adding up, the rippling effects, okay? The horse is slow. You got all these pentacles on your back, okay? But the social sphere is recognizing you in this Knight of Pentacles environment. I think I said King of Pentacles for a second. But yeah, you're diligent, okay? You're being responsible. You're on routine, okay? I'm hearing something about being on routine. It's kind of like some sort of military. It's almost like having like this regimen. You know what I mean? Very like disciplined, very like on route, on guard kind of vibe. It's like you are protecting yourself so much so they're like, ooh, are we losing collective out here? You're like, yep, you sure are, because you are popping. Wow, you're popping out as the world, and they weren't expecting that from you. It's like they tried to create some sort of like weird dynamics to deny you from getting into positions of authority, deny you from elevating, deny you from seeing your self-worth, deny you from having solid energy, from being in good energy, from still loving people, supporting people, caring about people, even if they hurt you. You know what I mean? It's like your integrity, your charm, your vision, all of these things that you have as you pursue your dreams and aspirations is allowing you to come into this moment of completion, okay? Integration with this world energy, okay? You're arriving, okay? And when you arrive, it's gonna be a huge blow up, is what I'm hearing, okay? People are not ready. They are like, ooh, they're gonna wish that they went with you, that they jumped ship with you because you're on the way out. you got the ship. You got the chariot vibe. You're like, you are on the way out. So much so because you have the Six of Swords backing that up. You're like, I need to transition. I need to heal. I need to move on. So you're making those jumps within your life. And people are like, huh? They're projecting emotionally, okay? They're blaming things on the moon, like, oh, it was a bad day, I didn't mean it. And you're like, I know who you are. Deep down inside, there's some weird tendencies, that these individuals have in these low-level dynamics, these low-level frequencies that you already tapped into, okay? You was already on it. You're already on it, all right? So, yeah, they were suppressing things. They were numbing things out, creating facades, trying to almost, I heard water. I heard waterboard. Waterboard? Is that waterlogged? Oh my goodness. It's almost like a skateboard being out in the rain and it's getting waterlogged or something like that. They tried to put you in that situation, tried to crack you, is what I'm hearing. Oh my goodness. I'm hearing crack you like a nut, like they try to make you go crazy, okay? You spotted these red flags. You were like, nope, you're gonna ignore like all of these weird things going on. You're gonna ignore the drama. You're gonna ignore this and that. You see the red flags, but you're not attracting yourself to it. You're not getting into these deceptive traps, these things that could create mental blockages in your physical reality, okay? Yep. you didn't want to overthink. You didn't want to go into these loops. Maybe you even jumped into these loops for a little bit and said, oh, everything's actually okay. You're realizing, things are a little topsy-turvy, okay? People are trying to romanticize a bad situation is what I'm hearing. It's crazy. People out here really doing the most, okay? You got this, though. For real. Okay? So yeah, something about loyalty, okay? Being loyal to friends and family, okay? True friendship and loyalty are among the most important values. I'm hearing you're putting people over processes, okay? Is what I'm hearing with that energy. It's like you're being very loyal, dog. I'm getting Cancerian energy from that. But more or less, it's like a lot of loyalty, okay? Something about your star power is really coming across. We have star in the tarot, we have star in the oracle. Something about you becoming an influencer. Okay, you becoming a person of authority, a person of a lot of, wow, I'm hearing a lot of, maybe a spokesperson, maybe someone who's a spokesperson for a company. You're earning some sort of fame or popularity within your working group, within your friend circle, okay? You're stepping into the spotlight. People are seeing you, like, I'm hearing romanticizing you, charming, something about your charm, okay? Your charisma. You have some sort of big dream and aspiration that you've been sharing with people, is what I'm hearing, okay? 545 might be of significance, 555 or 444. Just a lot of these numbers are popping up for you. 1111 as well. Okay, duality. Yep, I was seeing these dualities. 1111. We're seeing 11 here with the duality. So don't forget about the dual nature of people. You know what I mean? You're gonna get the sweet, and then you're gonna get the sour. You know what I mean? Sweet and sour. So it's like, don't forget that. Don't lose your vigilance, okay? There's going to be people who try to get at you from, like, behind your back. They'll try to create burdens, and they'll, like, what's it called? It's kind of like hit and run, you know what I mean? It's kind of like they try to create this weird stance, create this, weird shock factor, and come back with hugs and kisses. So you just got to be on guard, you know what I mean? These people might even give you gifts, okay? Just be a little careful about that. But you are going to be receiving gifts just from people who genuinely have, I'm hearing your good intentions, okay? Something in my eye is perhaps gonna make you cry, make you feel emotional, okay? Make you maybe even, I heard bat an eye. Someone's gonna give you a gift, you're gonna be like, are you serious? Maybe you won't take it, but something that's going to lead to a new opportunity in one of those gifts is gonna be very prominent in the energies, okay? Then some sort of opportunity is arising after all of this windfall. Maybe people want to give back to you after everything that you've overcome, okay? I'm hearing you're really taking care of yourself. I'm so proud to hear that. I'm, like, really happy to hear that, because I feel like in the energies, it's like you're really focusing on yourself. You're focused on who you are as an individual, who you want to be as an individual. We're not perfect, but every single day, I'm hearing that you and within the collective, you're caring about yourself, okay? You're taking a step back to gather your resources when you feel like you need to, okay? And you're taking that rest, you're taking that recovery time to transform and become the best version of yourself. And that's, like, the amazing part of all of this shadow work that I see you doing here, okay? And in doing so, okay, you're going to be helping others, okay, to assist with services, assist in their dreams and aspirations, their purpose in life, okay? It's going to increase productivity. It's going to create. I'm hearing, like, a collective thought, okay? Some sort of group, okay? No one's going to be able to handle the amount of, I'm hearing, influence that you have in your social sphere, not only in work, education, but in your personal relationships as well. It's going to be transforming things within the natural order of things, within the natural hierarchy of the systems, is what I'm hearing. So don't be afraid of the unknown, okay? Don't be a little, on the, I'm hearing people don't want to step on eggshells. It's okay as long as you get to understand the people around you, okay? And break past those, I'm hearing those barriers, okay, is what I'm hearing. So your dreams are coming true. You're going to get something that you've long desired. It's well overdue, okay? I'm hearing you're being recognized and rewarded. I'm hearing 6 of Wands energy in that mist there. And yeah, let's see what else is going on here. Last message. Just something about you might be feeling financially drained at this time. I feel like this money tree, this dreams, these aspirations are going to allow you to recoup, okay? Yeah, universe wanted me to pull something out of the frequencies for you to just, like, say, hey, we got you. Don't worry. Things are coming in. Keep pushing, okay? Something to do with, like, there's going to be some lacking viable options in some regard. You're going to be feeling exhausted at some point in time. I'm hearing breaking point, okay? Like, sometimes you'll keep doing something over and over and over again. There's nothing ever happens. You might see a little bit of a pickup and it drops back off. A little bit of a pickup, it drops back off, and it drops off for a long time, okay? Universe wants to assure you that this is just the natural order of things, but eventually things are going to recharge, regroup, and you'll see the almost like the accumulation. I'm hearing compound interest of all the investments that you've made in the past come back at you tenfold, okay? Let me also get one more for that. Wow. Really good energies though. Ooh, I got two. Okay. Wow. Yep. Fruits of your labor, looking forward. So have an eye for beauty, uncover hidden charm. So continue to use your third eye, okay? Your eye chakra, okay? Seek and you will find the answers that you need. I'm hearing the universe is tapping in, sending you messages, sending you the insight that you need in order to reap the fruits of your labor, okay? I'm hearing that you're going to become quite, some of you are going to become quite wealthy, okay? Not only in spirit, not only in the physical, but in the mental as well, okay? Within your waking day to day, you're going to start appreciating life tenfold. You're going to be looking at a tree like, wow, that's a masterpiece. You're going to be looking at the sky like, wow, that's art. And this is like, you're using your balance, your wisdom of just like the appreciation of what is around you to kind of harmonize and create the energies you want to push out into your universe, to create the very exact events and moments that you believe you desire and require to keep pushing forward and complete what it is that you came on this earth to do, okay? So yeah, you're getting integrated, okay? You're arriving and you're coming through this complete cycle with that world energy. So keep doing your thing, okay? I'm hearing you're departing for a new adventure. Get ready. That's what I'm hearing, okay? Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If this reading resonated, consider sharing your support by subscribing, liking the video, leaving a comment down below. I truly appreciate it. And until next time, trust your path and let the universe work its magic.